So Karl, this is your Radster.
This is the Radster, that's right, yeah. The 27 glass body roadster.
And this was, we were talking about this one earlier with John. This is the first track T, basically, now done in South Africa.
Yeah.
Under one of his...
Well, yeah, the first 27 roadster, I just took the track T styling route, which is essentially the nose cone that determines that it's a track car. It's a period racing car,
Yeah. Okay. And now, what are you running here? I mean, if we work our way from the back to the front this time.
Okay. I started off with a custom chassis. It's a lattice style. It's a race car style chassis, lattice style chassis.
Okay. It's stiffer than normal.
Very stiff. Yeah,
Okay.
big K member. It's running a 4-link rear suspension.
All right.
Okay, which is essentially a General Motors spec rear 4-link rear with a panhard rod.
Okay. What car is that out of?
It's out of a Chev Record.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Running 2 coilovers on either side, so we can adjust the spring rates and weights.
Okay.
Kept the drum brakes from the Record,
Yeah.
which I've had good experience with on the track as well.
Okay.
They're
So-
pretty potent.
So she can stop from the back.
She can, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we've got custom Creative Car Versions taillights,
Nice.
which are sell as a kit form.
Okay.
They're LED. You can have them that way. You can have them in different tints or lens tints.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're machined aluminium, and they're pretty much a universal application. You can stick them onto any flat
Any
surface,
side.
French them, whatever you like. $700.
That's not bad
So,
at all, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully we'll
think-
start seeing that out on some
Oh,
other rods soon, eh?
Yeah, a little classy, and it's
Yeah, definitely.
better than a truck lamp.
Now, gearbox, what are we running here?
Turbo 350 with a shift kit in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that actually came out of a car that I was drifting a while ago. We did a couple of mods to it, and it's a really potent box.
Oh, okay. And then motor?
327,
327.
venerable little 327 Chevy. The stock spec on
V8,
that,
yeah.
yeah, a little V8. Stock spec on that was 250 horses. It's now got a quadrojet style Holley carburetor on it. We added igniter ignition, just to update it a little bit. It's got MSD plug wires, high torque starter. It's pretty much where we got to as far as the motor mods go.
Well, yeah, look, like we said earlier, with the body weight you've got here, you don't want to go too potent.
Yeah, 250 horses, 800 kilograms. Well, it's a nice combination.
The headers are quite interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, very short. I mean, she is quite loud.
She's
great for us.
she's quite loud when the loud pedal's mashed, but
Exactly.
at idle it's actually quite livable.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Now, you had the baffles, everything's done actually inside the pipes?
That's correct. Yeah, everything's inside there. Also tuned length headers, as with the 58 truck. In fact, the headers and the whole exhaust system built by the same guy,
Okay.
local guy, Marius.
Yeah.
Did an excellent job.
Now, you're on the body style, you've channeled this body, am
Yeah,
I right?
yeah.
Just for the guys that don't know, channel means basically where you are taking the body and you're putting it, well, over the chassis. You're not actually putting it on top of it. Now, that must have taken out quite a bit of your seating space inside the
It
car.
has, yeah. So now you pretty much sit on the floor of the car, a la racing car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Which
I
is
mean,
like
it's
a
kinda-
creative car version thing. It's a bit of a race car feel. And the real reason for that was I didn't want the thing scraping on the ground. I wanted to have a fairly decent ride height, but most importantly, I wanted a decent step over height.
Oh, that's true.
Because this car doesn't have doors, it makes it a problem for people with short legs, older people, etc. So I wanted to.
You wanted something. So
So
how
it's
do you
easy.
actually get into this?
So your step over is that, which
Yeah.
is great. Sit on the back deck,
Okay.
and then
Then it's just a slide in.
a slide in
Girls in skirts are going to love you.
and exit the same way.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Once again, I mean, your stance, perfect.
that's what we try.
You really got that through. We started talking early on about the front suspension that you put on here. Now, just to recap on, a lot of times guys are using Jag fronts, which is big, bulky. It's got all the coral pieces sticking out. And John, more from the traditional side, the original straight front axle. Explain to us what you've done here and how this is.
Okay, I'll tell you why I got to this.
Okay.
I'm all for the clean look of a solid front axle, the hairpins. Yeah, I'm all for that look. However, the handling for me isn't quite what I want. I want something that I can really throw around.
They're really bouncy and all over the place. Yeah.
They are, and it's great if that's what you want in your nostalgic rod, but I want to give my customer something a little bit more exciting, as with the 58 truck, something a little bit more racy, something you can partake in a gymkhana or do a track day, or go out in the weekend and do a windy road.
Exactly.
That's the kind of car I want, but I wanted the look of the traditional hot rod.
Traditional, yeah.
So what we've done is built my own front suspension. It's a push rod inboard front suspension. So you'll see that the shocks sit inside as opposed to on the outside of the control arm.
This is very similar to what Formula One uses.
Yes, in a loose kind of way. Yes,
yeah.
The gist of it is the same. Yeah. It's also infinitely adjustable. So your caster camber settings you can go crazy.
Okay.
So they set up. Yeah, you can set them up really aggressive, and you can set it up for day-to-day tooling around.
All right. Now I can see the mounted adjustment places and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all built with the highest quality rod ends. A lot of guys make the mistake of using cheaper rod ends. That's the one place you do not want to skimp. You buy the most expensive rod ends that you can find, and the right kind of pipe.
Got it.
Yeah,
to make sure everything.
That's quite critical.
Well, I mean, it's your suspension. It's what drives you. I don't.
It's what you don't want to fail.
I think it's one of the places where you need to spend money, where money's due.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys always wonder why a front suspension is so expensive. It's because you need it.
Yes. Yeah. And I've heard stories of them collapsing. And
exactly.
It's not pretty.
The drive belt is something that most people usually pick up. It's a little bit wider.
It is considerably. It's a 2-inch belt. It's pretty much the same as what superchargers are run by.
Exactly.
And it makes the same whine as a supercharger, which is
beautiful,
which is phenomenal. And that's really the trick behind it is that little gimmicky whine.
And you said earlier that that's basically the only imported part in the entire car.
Really, that is. That's imported. My cousin actually manufactures in the States.
Oh, excellent.
And I wanted to try it out and see what his products are like, and they're pretty good.
So with all the upgrades to suspension, is it driving the way you wanted it to? Is it more than what you expected?
More, for sure.
More?
Yeah, no, it's more than what I wanted. It needs a little bit more setup in terms of, as I said, it's at the moment, it can be set up quite aggressively, and it is at the moment. So I can refine it a little bit for day-to-day driving, but I'm really impressed with the way it drives. The way it turns in, the feedback you get on the wheel, that's great.
I can't wait to get this thing on the road and see what you can do.
Oh, yes.
I think it must be a quite exciting little experience.
It is.
Oh, so the suspension on the car's a little bit hard, and there's not a lot of room in here at all. That could be because, like we said, Karl channeled the car quite a bit. So the cockpit, he took out a lot of space out of the cockpit. But, so it feels like you're sitting in the bath with the V8 in front of you. That's quite cool. The exhausts sound amazing. I mean, these pipes that they did, like, it makes this thing really stand out. I wish you guys could actually see the space I've got for my feet down here. There's nothing. It's like you're towing the brake and you're towing the accelerator all at the same time. And you're quite scared because, I mean, we got a lot of horses here. We got no body weight, so as far as I know, this thing's going to light up for nothing. It's still a fun toy though. Let's go.